History and the outdoors often tether together, such as one of the most intact battlefields of the Civil War. It's a 1,000-acre state park in northwest Arkansas. You also may remember a few years ago when we featured an archery program in northeast Arkansas aimed at increasing youth participation. We head back to see the growth of the sport for a qualifying tournament in Beebe. It's a great day in Arkansas's great outdoors. Prairie Grove Battlefield State Park marks the last major activity in the Civil War in northwest Arkansas. It's a place to learn the history and the context of the times, and the actual battle was fought on a very cold winter day.
We're here in northwest Arkansas at Prairie Grove Battlefield State Park, which is just outside of Fayetteville, and a wonderful place to explore the great outdoors and learn about the history of Arkansas at the same time. This is a historic state park, right? A little bit different than our other experiences.
Yeah.
Will you tell us a little bit about this park?
Yeah, so our park is a Civil War battlefield, and that is our main attraction, but we have a lot of really interesting historical features. So we have the battlefield itself, but we also have an Ozark village that was reconstructed, kind of a pioneer village, to commemorate and preserve the Ozark culture right before the Civil War happened. So we have that, and we also have a lot of really great natural features here. We try to preserve the kind of natural heritage of northwest Arkansas as well. So we are we try to be anyway, all things to all people.
That's really helpful. I thought it was just about the battle, but it's not. It's about a lot of other parts of heritage of Arkansas.
Everything. I mean, the battle is our bread and butter, and we focus on that most of all, but we cover a lot of ground here.
Tell us a little bit about the battle, highlights of what took place and how it fit into the larger landscape of the Civil War.
Sure, yes. So the battle was the kind of last major battle of the Arkansas theater of the Civil War, and probably the largest and most violent battle, if that's the right word.
What can people expect to experience when they visit this park?
So we have a lot of great features here. First, we have a self-guided walking tour. We have a 1-mile walking trail that people can take right along where the fighting happened.
So that's all outside?
That's all outside, and that's really powerful to be able to be right where soldiers would have lined up and fought. It makes for a really powerful experience. We also have a self-guided driving tour that takes you all throughout the park, down through the battlefield, and then also a little bit into town as well, some other parts of town that relate to our battle. We also have a wonderful museum that we're standing in right now that has the entire account of our battle. We have a lot of different artifacts, ceremonial swords, different types of weapons that would have been used at this battle. We also have a lot of information about the entire Arkansas theater of the Civil War, so we have a little bit about Pea Ridge, Wilson's Creek, and so on.
We'll come back with more from Prairie Grove a little later on in the show. Next up, let's get our latest safety tip, courtesy of our friends at the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Hey everyone, my name is Skeet Lewis. I'm an educator with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Just wanted to take a minute to talk about one of our best programs. That is the Outdoor Skills Program. This is a program that basically tracks and measures your experience outdoors. And it can be anything from watching wildlife to shooting archery, maybe it's hunting or fishing. Whatever your passion is, this program is free and gives you a fun way to measure your different experiences that you have with that activity. So what I have here is the beginner archery patch. For example, every third Saturday here at the Nature Center, we do an archery class from 12 to 2. It's free, you can just show up. And if you want, you can sign up for this class, the Outdoor Skills Program, and you can leave with that patch the exact same day. If you want to get one of these brochures, you can visit your Nature Center, you can visit AGFC headquarters, you can also find it online. And this is going to have so much more information to get you started on this incredible program.
Archery is a growing sport all over the country, but certainly here in Arkansas. Up next, meet some contestants aiming for a national title. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, by Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort, by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, by Bank OZK, Greater awaits, by Vexus Boats and by Certified Arkansas Baitfish, the safe bait.
You'll find us at the end of a lot of long country roads, covering over 60% of the great state of Arkansas. Our 17 electric distribution cooperatives are working day and night to provide reliable, affordable power to over 500,000 homes, farms, and businesses, just like yours. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, your local energy partners.
Keep rising. Keep creating. Keep exploring. Keep connecting. Keep laughing. Keep giving. Keep saving. Keep dreaming. Visit a branch near you to unlock greater possibilities. Bank OZK. Greater awaits.
Daddy, where do fish come from?
Well, actually, I know a guy.
Malone Lake Fish Hatchery. From bass to bluegill, catfish to grass carp, we've got what you need.
Healthy fish?
Happy Ponds.
Malone Lake Fish Hatchery, where fish come from.
So you found your perfect boot, you broke it in, but for some reason you're still feeling pressure points. It doesn't mean that your boot is a bad fit, you might just have to fix your laces. The first one is called box lacing or window lacing, and that's when you have some pressure points on the top of your boot. You will lace where the toes are to make sure you have support where your toes are, and then you leave the section open, you just lace it on the sides, and then you bring them back together around your ankle. Another version I really like is when you feel like your toes are getting really cramped, which is very common when you're out on the trail. The way you can alleviate that is you're going to unlace your boot completely, and then you're going to just skip the first couple of laces where your toes are, and then lace like regular when you're up at all the way up your boot. Now, if you're wanting some extra support around your ankle, or maybe you're noticing that after you're climbing over some rocks and really moving your foot that it's starting to loosen up, you can try something called a surgeon's knot. And that is when you go to tie and you wrap the laces twice, you make it nice and tight, and then immediately go into those hooks. I only have one hook on my boot, but you would do the same thing and lace it all the way up the hooks. That makes it really tight and strong, and it won't loosen up when you go on your hike.
Thank you, Mallory. We appreciate the hiking tip every week here on Arkansas's Great Outdoors. Now, you may remember back in 2022, we visited some aspiring archers in Beebe. Coach Scott Smith is passionate about teaching the art and the discipline to the next generation. We had some fun with his students as they prepared for an upcoming outdoor shooting event. That event was in Mayflower. It was called the R100 and featured 3D targets. It's just another chapter in this growing sport that's not just about hunting. The competitive drive is also drawing attention.
If you want your kid to find a spot where he feels safe, he or she feels safe, where they feel loved, and they feel like they're a part of something larger than themselves, that's what we are. That's what we are. We want to help these kids grow in the Lord. We want to help these kids grow in their community, and we want them to know that it takes hard work and focus to succeed in archery, and it also takes hard work and focus to succeed in the world.
I've learned a bunch of stuff like attitude is everything and patience.
For us, 8-ring archery, it's been more than just an activity or a sport. For him, it's been a way to develop his confidence in himself. He really struggled at school with like time tests and just that pressure of getting done in a timely manner. And this has helped him work through that outside of school where we can be there and encourage him. And we've seen growth, not just with archery, but with his grades. He recently received an award from the Cabot School District for growth and citizenship and academics. So it's really changed his outlook and his personal self-esteem.
It is absolutely a single person sport. there's nobody but you and that bow. You can't rely on anyone else, but we've kind of made it into a group effort, into a team here. Just it's a bunch of people that are speaking truth into each other's life and encouraging one another and holding each other up.
I kind of focus on, I don't focus on the one that I just shot, I focus on the next one and what I could be.
I could just focus on doing my bow, and I just concentrate on looking down the arrow and not worry about anything else, just this.
I've been doing archery for 2 years, and I like it because I like shooting and I like watching my friends do it.
We want to have clubs all over the state. We want to get to Fayetteville, we want to get to Benton, we want to get to Little Rock, to Searcy. We want to get anywhere we can get. All we need is a volunteer. You will absolutely not regret giving up a little bit of your time for these kids. Hey, look, I know that the two most valuable things on this planet are land and time. They don't make either one of those. And it's hard for people to give up time. The honeymoon's over, right? We're year number 4. If it was not rewarding for me, we would have found our way out by now, but it just keeps pouring into our life. We're trying to do for these kids, but they really have no idea what they're doing for us.
When we come back, we head back up to Prairie Grove Battlefield State Park and talk to park interpreter Liam Connor, one of the many great guides to talk about the outdoors and the history of Arkansas. And for those who are looking to complete their state parks passport, this is a site where you can learn while you enjoy a beautiful day in Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, by Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort, by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, by Bank OZK, Greater awaits, by Vexus Boats, and by Certified Arkansas Baitfish. Prairie Grove sounds like a wonderful and peaceful place to visit, and it is. But back in the winter of 1862, peace was not the headline of the day. The farmland and quiet village endured conflict. Now it's peaceful once again, albeit with lessons from a painful past.
So what we're looking at right now is the Confederate ridgeline and the hill that the Union Army had to come up to try and dislodge the Confederate Army.
Because the Confederate Army was lined up along this ridge?
Right along here. They were right here, and they were holding the batteries that cannon right there represents.
Okay.
This was a very entrenched, difficult position for the Union to come off, and that's why the fiercest fighting of the Battle of Prairie Grove happened right here. There were 2 separate charges that were made by the Union. Neither of them were entirely successful in winning this position, but this was the scene of the worst and most fierce fighting that day.
How did the battle fit into the larger landscape of the Civil War?
So this battle was fought because Thomas Heineman, the Confederate general, was trying to reassert control over first the Northwest Arkansas, the area of Northwest Arkansas, and then Missouri. Missouri was a Union state. He was trying to get back up there and assert Confederate control over that area.
Okay. Were the states divided within themselves as well?
The states were divided, absolutely. There was a fairly large Union sentiment. I don't want to overplay it, but larger than I think people would expect. Of course, many people supported the Confederacy, but it was much more divided within Arkansas than people sometimes believe. Missouri was a Union state, even though it was a slave state. It was part of the Union, but again, that was a very divided area as well. So there was a lot of opportunity for both the Confederacy and the Union to come in and be able to assert control. And that's what this battle was really all about. Thomas Heineman and his army were starting to come up trying to get to Missouri. 2 Union armies, led by General Blunt on one side and General Herron on the other, were descending towards Heineman more or less at the same time. The Confederate Army had very few supplies and very little food. So to cut to the chase a little bit, Herron's army came. They were really not able to dislodge Heineman's army. Blunt's army came in the late afternoon and again tried to dislodge the Confederate army. They did not really succeed. The battle was a draw. But that night, the Confederate Army had to withdraw because they only had supplies for 1 day's battle. And that pretty much ended any Confederate attempt to control Arkansas and the southern part of Missouri.
I understand that a reenactment takes place every even year on is it the first weekend of December?
It is the first weekend of December, and we're going to have one this year, first weekend of December 2026. We are very excited for it.
Yes.
It's a great way to bring the battle to life for people.
Right.
It's very moving to be able to go out onto the battlefield and see where things took place. But a reenactment adds a different dimension of really being able to visualize right in front of you the actions and the movements of the troops, hearing gunfire, hearing cannon fire. It just brings it alive in a way that's very difficult to replicate, so we're very, very excited to be able to offer that again.
We talked about the reenactment that's taking place this December. Is there anything else big happening?
Yes, we have a really big project coming up in the beginning of 2027, right after the reenactment. The park received, through different channels, about $2 million in grant money, and what we're going to do with that is restore the prairie to Prairie Grove. So right now, this is all kind of hay harvesting fields, and it's leased out a little bit to private people. That will revert to the park in the beginning of 2027, and we are working with the Illinois River Watershed Project in restoring the natural prairie. And it's going to be the largest public-held prairie anywhere in Arkansas, and possibly the South, the entire South.
Wow, very
exciting. It's going to be really great, and it's going to really enhance our role. I know we talked a little bit earlier about our mission is preserving history, culture, and then the natural side of Arkansas history. This is going to really enhance our role in preserving Arkansas's natural history. We're really, really excited about it, and it's going to open up practically an entire new park.
Liam is a great example of the wonderful park interpreters that can be found throughout the Arkansas State Park system. They are a treasure trove of information, whether you're looking for historical context, ecological discovery, or just simply need some fishing advice. The park interpreters are here for you to help you enjoy and appreciate our outdoors. And here's another way to appreciate the outdoors. Log on to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Just search for Arkansas's Great Outdoors and follow us there. We promise to light up your social media with beautiful images of Arkansas to give you a lift to your day. We also put in some tips from the experts to help give you the courage and the motivation to see what the outdoors has in store for you. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, by Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort, by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, by Bank OZK, Greater awaits, by Vexus Boats, and by Certified Arkansas Baitfish, the safe bait.
What if we forked the nose of this and provided a wider platform at the deck?
Everybody else's boat has the same front end. Ours has a forked front end, and that's there to widen the bow to allow you to have more room when you're fishing.
These boats with the forked front end, the flared hull, the dead rise, the weight in the center of the boat, it just eats the water. And the rougher, the better, especially on tournament takeoff day.
Vexus is all about the ride. I run big water, and the boat's amazing.
Smoothest by far any riding boat I've ever been in my life.
Easiest ride I've ever been in.
The ride is amazing.
Unbelievable. The ride on it is incredible.
The fiberglass manufacturing process at Vexus is incredibly different from anything else I've seen in this industry, and that starts with our infused composite construction process.
Infused composite construction is all built under vacuum to get the exact thickness every time, to get a very, very close weight every time.
It gives you a much stronger part because your glass to resin ratio is much higher, and it gives you a lighter part because of that as well. And all that in turn equates to a stronger, better performing part.
What I love about my boat is it performs really well in a variety of conditions. I have the confidence to know that that boat's going to get me to where I need to go and perform like I need it to.
That's a credit to our engineering team, and they've put a product that's unlike anything else on the water.
The seats are comfortable, but when you put a Air Wave pedestal underneath those seats, if you hadn't experienced that, it'll blow you away.
It's like you're riding in a recliner. You're just floating. It's just beautiful.
We fish a lot of big water, and these things are phenomenal.
I ride around on Green Bay in rough water all the time, and it saves my back.
But the Air seats, that's pretty nice.
It's an all-round performance boat, whether you're fishing, running, or just out cruising.
All right, we are here at Cedar Valley Ranch, and this is one of my favorite parts of the show. We've got another edition of First Fish, and we've got two young men who have never caught a fish before. We're about to put an end to that streak. Papa Jacob is here with us right now. Jacob, tell us, who do we have here?
We got Mason here, Mason the Blue Man.
All right.
And then we've got Clay. He's 2 years old and 9 years old.
Okay. Okay, you hold him steady like that. I'm gonna put right there. Okay, just like that, okay? Look how he's jumping around. There you go, good cast. Okay, reel it up, reel.
Good job,
reel.
Mason.
And lift up the rod, pull the rod up. Looky there. Yeah. All right, okay. You got yourself a largemouth bass right there.
Nice job.
Yeah. Oh! No! You got away. You know what? That means we got to go catch him again. How'd that feel?
Let's try to throw it out.
Was that pretty cool? All right, so what did it feel like? Well, how did you know you had one on?
Because I saw the bobber go on the water.
Bobber went down, and then you said something. You said it was heavy, too. Right? Okay. All right, you ready to do it again? Okay. All right, let's get you another minnow. See how that bobber's moving? That means your minnow is swimming right now, and that means he's attracting a big fish. So get ready. There, go, guy. All right, pull him. Yeah. Oh, that's another good one. Keep reeling.
Mason.
Okay, now go a little bit soft now as we get closer. Keep reeling. That's okay. That's a good bass.
Good job, Mason.
That's a good bass. That's all right. Okay, so just keep that tension on the rod. Oh, here we go. Woo! All right.
Yeah, Mason.
Good job. Look at that. See that?
Look at that.
That's a largemouth bass right there. Okay, here you go. Hold him up. We got us a fisherman right here. Okay, just toss him in there and say thanks. Woohoo! And there he goes. Off to catch another. All right, give me a high five, buddy.
Nice job,
Good
Mason.
deal. First fish.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, here we go.
Clay,
all right. Brother's got one. Reel it in.
Reel it in, Clay. Here, reel it in.
Clay, reel it in. What do you think about that, Clay?
Good.
All right. Look what we got right here. Woohoo! Bring it right here in front of the camera.
Look at that. Look at what you
Look
got.
Look at that, Clay.
Touch it?
Look at that.
Touch it.
Touch him right there. Look at that, huh?
You want to hold him?
You want to hold him?
Okay.
All right. So you got yourself a spotted bass.
Good
okay,
job,
buddy?
Clay.
Can you give me a high five? Good job. All right. Way to do it, buddy.
Now
Clay,
it's
do you
the
know what?
girl's turn.
You're a record holder. Clay is now the youngest person ever on live bait to catch his first fish. He's 2 years old. That's what I would call a very successful first fish episode here. We got Mason with a nice monster bass. Clay, the youngest guy ever on our show at the age of 2. We got a couple of new anglers. You ready to go catch some more? Okay, all right. What did you think about your first fish? Was it fun?
Big and heavy.
Big and heavy. That's how we like to fish, big and heavy. We thank you for watching this week's show. You got to witness one of our state parks providing a beautiful backdrop to a startling event in our country's history. It's a reminder of our past and a lesson for all. Every other year during the even-numbered years, a Civil War reenactment takes place on the battlefield. It will happen this year in December. Log on to arkansasstateparks.com for details later in the year if you're interested. Archery continues to hit the mark as well. We relived a report from 4 years ago and saw how a group of archers from Northeast Arkansas are preparing for a national tournament. We are honored that you chose to spend some time with us today. There's always something to see and do outside. We thank our sponsors for making this show possible, our television stations for bringing it to you, and most of all, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next week, somewhere in Arkansas's great outdoors.